Hello and welcome. I am Larissa from thesoulpathartist.com. Today I just wanted to come on and talk to you briefly about fear. When you have a strong reaction to something, whether it's a positive response to it or it's a negative response to it, that's a pretty good indication that there is something there for you to look more deeply into and to ask yourself questions about. You don't ever have to do this, but it's an invitation. It's an invitation from what I call the soul. You may have a different term for it, but it's that part of ourselves that's got a higher perspective. Some people call it the higher self. Those really strong emotional responses to things are coming from a deeper source within us. And as I was saying, they're an invitation to look further and to understand more about ourselves, about our limitations, and possibly directions that we really need to be moving into for our own personal growth. A couple of years ago, and in fact, I'll tell you the absolute specifics. So it was the first year of Craft Napa, and I was looking through all the classes, and there was a class that was being offered by Carrie Bloomston. And if any of you don't know Carrie Bloomston, she's a wonderful artist, and her classes would be classified, and she would even self-identify as sort of a more woo-woo kind of person, right? The classes that she was offering, one in particular, really spoke to me. And I don't even remember what it was, but it was definitely not just about learning a technique. It wasn't just about, making a certain type of quilt block or learning free motion stitching. It was more about the soul of artwork and using artwork as a way to learn about yourself, which is all about what I am now, right? So I was very drawn to it. This was before I had my aha moment when I, sort of redirected my life and found my soul path. And I felt a very strong pull toward it. So this was, I procrastinated because I felt drawn toward it, but then I felt a fear that came up. So there was a push-pull that was going on in me. And I could tell, now looking back, I can tell that, especially based on what unfolded in my life, that was an opportunity for me to look at that fear and push beyond it and say, okay, I feel sort of a draw to this thing, but I'm really terrified. I just procrastinated for so long that the class filled up because her classes were really popular and they filled up fast. So I felt a sense of relief that it had filled up because I didn't then have to say no to it. It just suddenly wasn't available. But that was an opportunity for me. It was a missed opportunity. Maybe I wasn't quite ready for it. But if you have any opportunities that are being presented to you that you feel that push-pull toward, or that you feel that initial spark and then you kind of back off, and the ego kicks in and says all the reasons why you don't need that and you're fine the way you are, maybe take that opportunity to say, well, let's just dream into what might happen. Okay, so those are my tips. If you have resistance to something, look at it as an invitation for self-reflection and journal about it. Just continuous writing. Don't stop, because that stops the flow. And eventually what happens for me with journaling is, it might be a page in, it might be 2 pages in, I will reach some sort of aha moment and I'll go, oh, there's sort of a sense of relief. That you get the sense that, oh, that was an important bit of information that I didn't realize before, and it puts you at ease. Okay, so love to you all. Have a wonderful day. Keep creating. It will set you free.